Welcome back to Hardcore Heroes, everybody. So, let's continue with the day. It is now Friday, the 1st of July, and it is Scorcher. Not only is it hot, but it is wet and rainy. So we've kind of got this, like, really humid heat wafting over you. You actually have thunderstorms out in the distance and just kind of like a slow drizzle all day.
Okay.
All right. Van unarmored.
To the keep, right?
I'll do that first, actually. So I guess I will wear my armor, actually.
So we head off to the keep together. I go and visit Aldrich and...
Do I have like a spare key to your house? Because I know I'm keeping a lot of my stuff in your house at this point.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Rumors are going to start circulating about the two spellcasters in town.
It's all right.
Always seen together, kind of sharing a house a little bit. One of them left the church to go wandering with his friend.
Yeah. His father's disowned him.
Yep. Oh, shit. The cleric is never seen with women ever at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both like to sit and study their spells.
Alright, it's too far now. So we head to the keep.
Yep, you guys head to the keep. Kel Valmont stops you again, looking down from his perch at the palisade wall. What is it this time? You here to see Aldrich again?
I'm here to see Baroness Valmont.
Regarding?
Carrick.
That's no business of ours. That's Flat County business.
I think Baroness Valmont has some personal interest in the man. He did kidnap her daughter, after all.
And her daughter was freed.
By us. I have no trouble waiting until she's free. I'm sure you have a waiting room set up somewhere. It shouldn't take but a few minutes of her time.
Go home.
There's no, like, I can't flash my symbol. In fact, I'm like a cleric with 17 charismas and helping me here.
No, not today. He waves you off. This is none of our business. You're gonna get us all in trouble if you keep carrying on like that.
Well, see what you can do, Malachite.
Alright.
I tag him in.
Will you at least let me see Aldrich?
Yeah, sure. He opens
Thanks,
the gate.
buddy.
Lets Malachi in, but kind of body language wise, doesn't let Van in.
Oh no, I've already walked off. I just like leave.
Alright, I go and hang out with Aldrich. I think asking him if I can see the Baroness is probably a stupid idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now that I'm in there, Neil, could I just walk into our throne room?
You could. But
I
it's
might just
empty
go.
when you do.
Alright.
It's not like she just hangs around in the throne room all day.
I'll look around. Is there any expensive stuff?
There's some tapestries, some nice fabrics. There's not like gold goblets lying around.
Okay. Alright, I'll just go and keep studying with Aldrich.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and skip that day.
How many days has it been now?
That is day 3.
Okay.
And it takes, I think, 3 to 6 days to learn a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
And on to Saturday, where the rain picks up, but the thunder and lightning kind of disappears. I have a soundtrack for that, fortunately.
What are we gonna do, Van? I say that night. All of our options are closed. I feel like we're just being forced to stay in this town.
No. We can still go kill Carrick.
You think?
That scimitar must be mine, and more importantly, justice must be dispensed.
Okay. No, I owe you anyway because of the spellbook, so I'll go. Just for, even if it is just for the scimitar.
And justice. I did mention that part.
And justice, yes.
Don't forget the justice.
So while Malachi's finishing up the studying, there's only one thing Van needs to do in town still. First off, what's Darf doing during all this time? Because you did mention he was going to travel with us for a while.
He rested up and has just been kind of hanging around town mourning the loss of his friends.
Does he meet us in the evening?
You can meet him. He kind of sticks to himself, so you guys can just choose whether to show up and hang out with him or...
All right.
Yeah, I think we call him over one night and we'll tell him about the plan. Darf.
Yeah.
How's it going? You feel all right?
Yeah.
You look a little bit sullen.
He shrugs.
Huh. You heard of Anvil?
Yeah, it's a town, like to the east or something.
Northeast, yeah. They
Yeah, northeast.
some bandit came in and like murdered the Baron there and took the town over.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, we were thinking about maybe going to kill him. You fancy it? Think of all that gold he must have got from looting the keep. That could be, we could split that.
Doesn't that belong to the town? To the people?
Well, most of it, yeah. But you telling me if the Baron wasn't alive, he'd give us some sort of reward?
That's true.
No.
Are,
And then maybe we could head over to go and see your. Did you say it was your uncle, Joris, or just your friend, your guardian?
my guardian, yeah.
Yeah, or maybe we can after we deal with Carrick, maybe we can head through
by the
Stromheim.
way, I haven't been able to find his book. I thought maybe you have it.
Yeah, I've put it somewhere safe. Because you know what? Well, the last time you knew where it was.
Yeah, but it's different now. Don't you kind of
Sure.
think that maybe I should be holding on to it since he is, my guardian and all?
Yeah, maybe. I'll go and I'll retrieve it for you. Meal's here tomorrow night.
Sure. And as for Carrick, I don't know anything about him. Is he a bad man?
Oh yeah, he's fucked up. Well, he killed the Baron. He usurped the whole town. He murders any civilians that say that they like the Baron more than him.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I heard he hangs them up from their feet until they die.
Why isn't someone doing something about this?
Coward stuff. That's why it's fallen to us.
But he killed a baron, right? Shouldn't the count do something?
Yeah, I think he's quite old though. That guy. I don't know if I think maybe he is doing something, but he's probably too slow. Carrick will probably get away, so it's maybe best we get the jump on him.
All right.
Well, we're probably going to leave in a couple of days, and we'll bring Joris's spellbook with us, or should we leave it here? What do you think? It's not like we're going to die.
That's what I thought last time, and it got lost.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Do you have a safe place you could hide it? Somewhere you could bury it, maybe outside of town?
Yeah, okay. We'll leave it with me.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you should hold on to it for now.
Yeah. Cool.
Pretty sly. Fun.
I'll let you know when we're leaving. It'll probably be a couple of days.
Okay. As you are parting ways with him, the door opens to the inn. Man who you don't really recognize walks over to the bartender pretty quickly, and the bartender points you out as you're finishing up your conversation with this guy, with Darf.
Me or Van, or both of us? Me.
To Malachi in particular.
Okay.
and some sort of sailor walks up to you. You can tell by the gait on his legs that he's used to walking on ships rather than on land.
Wait, Neil, I haven't given you spells for a few days. Shall I do that now before we carry on?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me grab mine. I'm at this table, right?
Yes.
Courtesies.
There you go.
You also mentioned the heat has abated with the storm, and it's no longer uncomfortably muggy and hot. It's now a nice, cool drizzle.
I'm just trying to get rid of things I wouldn't have in town.
So this guy's a sailor.
Yeah.
Okay. I take a dubious look of him as he walks over. How big is he? Has he got weapons?
He's got a knife on his side, but sailors carry knives all the time for rope cutting or anything else that needs to be done.
Okay, yeah. You looking for me?
You're Jack Art's son, right?
Well, I was at one point. Apparently not anymore.
Well, that sounds like a story for a different time. You know where your father is?
On his ship? I thought you might know where he was.
His
Why?
ship went missing.
Oh.
He never showed up in Whiteport.
Oh shit, I'd heard about that. That's his ship?
Do you know if he might have taken his cargo and gone somewhere else?
Why are you asking?
His ship's gone missing. There's cargo
Who?
on it.
Your
Cargo that
cargo?
did not arrive.
I don't think he's been a sailor for decades now. I don't think he's gonna flit out on a deal for a few barrels of pilchards or whatever it is you deal with. Maybe something happened.
Maybe something happened. It's not a long distance, Shirebrook to Whiteshore.
Would you stay along the coast during that trip?
He nods.
Where
Not
is
too close,
Whiteport?
but on Whiteport south. Next town south. Below the Shadow Mountains.
Done?
We could, who was that woman who took the boat into the forest for us? Was it Rhonda?
Rhonda, yeah.
We could always rent a boat, take it south to Whiteport along the coast. I don't think she would object to captaining that.
Well, do you have a boat?
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
say?
I've
You take.
booked passage up here. I can.
All right.
passage
So
back.
who are you then? You're a trading partner of my father's.
Mm-hmm.
In Whiteport.
The
You
name's
see anything
Leary.
Leary. You see anything on the coast on the way up here?
Well, not with
Rare.
all this rain, but last time I did the trip, maybe a week ago or so, I didn't see anything either.
Is there anything on that coast that could be luring in sailors?
Luring in sailors? You mean like a harpy or
Yes.
siren or something?
Yeah, let's say like a siren or something like that.
Not that I know of, but that doesn't mean one hasn't taken up residence over there. But this
I
is
guess-
the only ship to go missing.
I'd like to go investigating it, but I don't know where we'd start.
Well, I'm just here to find out if anyone knows where he might have gone. I don't. If his ship is sunk, then I doubt there's any hope. That coastline's infested with goblins.
But if it's sunk, would there not be some debris or something?
It could be.
I mean, ships are made of wood. It's likely there would be debris floating, wouldn't there?
Yeah, most likely washed up on shore. Be able to find the spot, not too precisely, but the debris would probably wash along a couple mile span of the coast. What did sink?
If you're worried that the entire ship sank, I have a spell that would allow one to breathe underwater. we could lower a crewman into the water. He could keep an eye out, look toward the bottom of the sea, see if there's any ships down below.
That'd be mighty useful. I don't have... I've got some money to hire people. I could give you a nice fat reward if you recover the cargo.
Sure. We'll, I have no trouble looking for your father, Malachi. Normally, I would suggest we go straight to Carrick, but I don't mind delaying for family.
Well, the only thing is, I think if we delay much longer, then Vicious will have that scimitar for himself on. Wait, you know, we have saved my father's life twice already.
We could always do it after we come back.
We could.
If his ship did wreck, I doubt it's going to go anywhere in the next few days.
Yeah, if his ship's wrecked, I ain't got much holdout there being any survivors.
Is there many caves along the coast or something like that where he might have pulled in?
I suppose it would either be he's somewhere in what town is to the south?
White Shore.
Okay, I suppose he never did arrive in White Shore.
Never showed up.
I suppose we'd either find him docked along the coast, or he could have shown up to White Shore after you left.
When was he due?
A couple weeks back.
I don't think it'll be any difference if we take care of Carrick first, Malachi. At this point, I think I don't think anything's going to change. If he's a few weeks late, he's likely been stranded for weeks on end if he did survive the wreck.
Yeah, he was supposed to show up about 2 weeks ago and didn't. I came to town about a week and a half ago looking for him. Looking for the ship,
Tell you what,
really.
are you going to be in town for a little while longer?
I could stick around for a couple of days, maybe. What for?
Well, how long would it take for us to get to Anvil, Neil?
On foot?
We could also take like a small boat up the coast. Stopping before the blockade, obviously.
That distance would be... So, if you stop before Anvil, before the blockade, that would stop you in the firewood.
Okay.
And last time you guys went there, you weren't too happy about walking through the woods.
Right.
With
That was a long time ago now.
So we'd have to go. I would still probably want to go around because there were giant spiders, and almost every single type of spider in D&D is poisonous for some reason.
Yes. So if you stop before Anvil and go around the firewood, you're looking at a 2 to 3 day journey.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but this guy will be gone by then.
If I give you a few gold pieces to stick around, could you stay a little while longer?
How long you want me to stay?
How long would 5 gold keep you here?
Not too long. Maybe 2 or 3 days.
Tell
I
you
got
what.
Big business.
Tell you what, while you're here, ask around and make sure that his ship actually did go south toward White Shore.
Oh, I got that confirmed already.
All right, then.
Well, I got to confirm that he left port.
Right, you should make sure he actually did go south. But aside from that, you should head back to White Shore, and we can meet you there if we find anything new to tell you. What's your name?
Leroy.
Leary.
Leary. All right. We'll come find you in White Shore if we learn anything new.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Leary.
Yeah. Sorry about your father.
Shrug. Free house.
Darf speaks up and goes, you too, huh?
Me, well, he's not dead. Well, he might be, I suppose, now.
You don't seem too broken up about it.
They have a strained relationship.
He disowned me after I saved his life for the second time.
That's where we have a bit of a point of disagreement.
Well, let's see how you take it, Darfay. Let's hit you with the story. I won't give you any bias here. My father was enthralled by a siren. Right? And then I killed the siren.
He was seeing a siren regularly. I would assume for passion.
Yep.
Well, don't sirens eat people?
There you go.
Not
ding,
all
ding.
sirens. He'd seen the siren many times, and he came back alive every time. Doesn't sound too evil to me. But this is, perhaps we shouldn't bring up old wounds from the past. Maybe it's best we focus on the future.
It's probably fattening him up.
That's kind of like a dick move to disown you, though.
Nah, yep, certainly is. Anyway, Darth, we're still going to go see Carrick. We'll be leaving in a couple of days. I've got something to read or something, and I excuse myself.
So we're gonna stick around until you learn Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
Why are you learning that again?
Aldrich talked me into it. I don't really.
I'm pretty sure I have tongues too. Is the funny part. Let me check. I might not.
All right. So that is Saturday, right? That we're on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess this was probably earlier in the day rather than later in the day, because Saturday is the day that you learn Dispel Magic.
All right.
Okay.
Some XP at least.
Yes.
Yeah. I got I do know tongues, but it's a 4th level spell for me.
Well, I say to Van that morning, I think I'm going to have a bit of a breakthrough today, Van. Why don't you go and see if you can find a ship for us?
Sure. Or we just so basically it would be 2 to 3 days if we go up coast by boat, stop before the blockade, and go around the firewood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And does the blockade extend past the firewood, or could we just stop before we hit the firewood?
You'd have to ask around for that, but if you do, you'll hear that the blockade is about a mile out from the town itself. So it doesn't extend all the way to the edge of the firewood.
So we can just dock right along the firewood, head to Anvil, and then we could always just go through the Ashlands coming back.
Is there villages along the firewood side of Anvil as well?
There's a few.
Okay.
I mean, I can always conjure water and stuff like that too.
All right, let's. I head off to Aldrich.
Okay.
If he hasn't finished Invis yet, Neil, what's gonna happen?
This is the same day that you're learning Dispel Magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're sitting there and you have your breakthrough and you get it and you start jotting down the spell furiously in your notebook. And around this time, Aldrich takes, I guess he's looking at your notebook when you have your Eureka moment. And he slams your book shut and says, "This is a worthless spell. It doesn't even do what I was hoping it would." Ugh.
What did you think it was gonna do? The clue's in the name.
I know exactly what... Ugh. Piece of shit spell. I want nothing to do with this. That's it. I'm done. You better hurry up your spells before I have bigger things to do with my time than... Ugh!
Don't worry, Aldrich.
Storms off.
I'm done with it. Wait, have I seen Joris's spellbook? If he storms off, does he leave me alone in this bit of the room?
Yeah.
Do I see Joris's spellbook around?
Yes.
I just take it
Okay.
and I'll just leave.
All right. Yeah. So I've added Dispel Magic to your spell list, and you still have the spellbook.
Yes. All right. I head to the Half Pint or to collect Darth and the dogs and meet Van at the docks, where he has probably found us a boat.
Also, it is July 1st, so let's do how much money you guys need to spend.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, 50 gold. Or I think Malik has to do a little bit more because of the dogs.
Mine
and the
is
horses
more.
and Jeeves.
Oh yeah.
Jeeves is having the time of his life here. I think
that's fine.
it was 64 for me. I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I write it?
It was definitely above 60.
Oh yeah. Neil, I don't want to... 61. There we go. I wrote it there. All right, Neil.
Before we go, the one thing I want to do in town one day is Van will kind of go out without his armor, which is a rare thing, and head over to a barber. I want to go to like one of the nicer ones in town. Kind of pulls out his small hand mirror that he's been carrying for months because of that basilisk. And he just kind of looks at himself in the mirror one last time, and then just bows his head, sighs, and walks into the barber and gets a Jaime Lannister cut.
Right. We'll fold that into your normal monthly costs. And
Okay.
you have short hair now.
God damn it. Oh well, it'll grow back.
Right.
Okay.
I think aside from that, I'm good. I don't really have anything left to do in town.
Did you find a boat?
Oh yeah, we have to get a boat. Okay, so I will head over and I'll try to find Rhonda.
Yeah, eventually you find her down at one of the taverns near the river.
Rhonda,
Boys?
we are wondering if you'd like to captain a boat up a little ways to the north. A job nowhere near as dangerous as the last one you went on, I assure you.
Northward, huh?
Yeah, we want to stop right outside of the Firewood. We're not trying to travel all the way to Anvil.
Do you have a ship?
No, we can get one soon enough, though. I'm simply wondering if you'd be willing to captain it.
You gonna get a ship that doesn't already have a captain?
Yeah, I think it makes more sense, Van. Maybe somebody else is already going up there.
Didn't we rent a boat last time and then she captained it?
You rented like a little
tiny old
rowboat.
boat.
Oh,
That
okay.
you
So
rode
we're,
up a
we're gonna
river
get
on.
something a little bit nicer.
Yeah, this is more like coastal journeying. You might want something
Okay.
bigger than like a 10-foot by 6-foot boat.
Are any ships traveling up that way?
You ask around down at the harbor,
Someone's
and there
gonna
are
get
Yeah,
ships.
I guess if somebody's heading to Redport, we could get dropped off along the way.
Yeah, there are ships heading towards Redport, and you can find someone who will put you in a rowboat, row you out to the coast, and then row the boat back. And if you guys are willing to be dropped off,
I don't think we can see exactly where that is.
just south of the Firewood.
Sure, that's perfect. It's kind of what we were going for.
Yeah,
And then we'll just head around the forest and toward Anvil.
sure. It'll cost a gold for each of you, plus 2 silver for the dog, for each dog.
Okay, so 3. I'll cover the people, then Malachi can take care of the dogs.
Okay.
So 3 gold for people. Oh, are we taking Jeeves in the carriage with us? Probably not.
No.
Okay.
Do want the dogs though.
And
Are you
they'll
sure you don't
leave
want to take the
Sunday
carriage?
morning.
Because then we can't like carry provisions in the carriage. We'd actually have to carry those ourselves.
We were in the carriage last time though. Like I feel like Carrick might have said to everyone, look out for a carriage with 1 horse.
That's true. Okay, yeah, we'll go by foot then. Damn.
Plus, can't really take a carriage on a rowboat.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can always create water, so we're not really at risk of dying of thirst. I don't know if I can cast Goodberry, I guess. Okay, yeah,
Alright.
that's fine.
Let's get going.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head north on this boat the next day, Sunday the 3rd.
Yeah. Let me get you my spells for while we're. How many days is the boat ride gonna be?
It's gonna be a day at sea.
Okay, then I'm gonna take water walking and water breathing.
Does somebody on the boat have a telescope now?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like a spyglass?
Yeah. Sorry,
Um,
that is what I meant.
Telescoping spyglass. That makes sense.
Oh, can I be learning a spell while this is going on, actually?
Sure. You learn spells out of the new book?
From Joris's book, yes.
No one has a spyglass.
Okay. I would like to learn clairaudience.
Okay. You're gonna
my
have some
spells in the
trouble
chat.
learning that if you're gonna be walking, though.
Well, we're on a ship for a day.
Right. But you need to do your. Well, I guess it doesn't all have to be like subsequent days.
Before we got the carriage, we used to be able to do 8 hours of study, like in the morning and at night before bed.
Even when you're traveling on the road?
I think so, but if you want to say no, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think that if you're going to be actually like hoofing it over ground
Yeah.
on foot, that's kind of like an all-day activity. I mean, you probably
Sure.
only walk for 8 hours, but it's probably like a 12-hour day where you're walking and resting and walking and resting.
Yeah. So does it have to be continual days then? Because if it is, then I
If
suppose
there's like a day, or if you skip like 1 day or maybe 2 days in it, it's fine. But if you start on the boat and then you move for a while and then kind of lose track, you'll have to start again.
Okay, then instead I'll try and learn Glitter Dust.
Ooh. Glitter Dust. That is a 2nd level spell, right?
Yeah. But I would say I do get 2 days worth in on the ship if we're just traveling for a whole day.
Yeah, that's fine. 70% chance?
75.
75. Okay. Cool. And you guys head off. You spend a day at sea.
Yep. Ooh, I am now past my maximum number of spells per level if we were using that rule per level 2.
But that's an
we
optional
never,
rule.
yeah, we never said we were using it.
Yeah.
We're not using optional rules, so you lucked out on that.
I mean,
Yes.
it doesn't really make sense as a rule, does it?
Because you don't keep them all in your head, really. You just write.
Yeah.
You store them all in a book.
Yeah. But I do think there's something to be said for higher intelligence being a more powerful wizard,
Yeah.
and that being represented by the number of spells you can know.
Yeah, I've always wondered why wizards don't get like a spell bonus like clerics do.
Mm.
Well, I think they're trying to make the classes feel more different from each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Intelligence does get you a chance to learn, though.
that's true.
And it also gets you languages, which can be really useful.
They do a really good job in 2nd edition of making the classes feel really different,
Yeah.
which I very much enjoy. So, you head out at sea. It is simple voyage for a day before you wake up the next morning on Monday the 4th.
Yep.
And they put you on a little rowboat and row you out to shore.
Okay. Is that right when we wake up that they row us out?
No, it's maybe 2 hours later.
All right. So with my distrust of all things water at this point, I guess I'll keep my water breathing, water walking for the day.
And the rowboat lands you right on the edge of the Ashwood.
Awesome.
Neil, I'll get rid of ESP for sleep that next day. And I'll burn ESP by casting it on the captain or something.
The captain's thinking about his love of the water, love of the sea,
Sure.
how it smells sweeter than any woman.
Tell that to my father.
But you guys are now on the very edge of the Ashwood.
Yep.
Firewood, no?
Firewood, yes.
Oh yeah.
So,
Between the Ashlands and the Firewood.
Can we change the map to the Anvil map?
Still have an anvil map.
Oh, we've seen it recently.
Yes, but I did some restructuring of the images, and I think the anvil map might have died. I will bring one up for you, but for now you guys are kind of traveling.
Okay, I think I remember what it looks like anyway. So,
Okay.
can we see Anvil in the distance?
No, because you're on the south side of the Firewood.
Okay.
So it's I guess we'll go around. And we want to get roughly around the north end of it, but we don't want to go directly into Anvil. I think we want to stop in one of the outlying towns.
Oh, we're on the wrong side of the Firewood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're on
we
the south
stopped on the south side because if we went up to the north side, we'd be stopped at the blockade.
How big is the blockade, Neil? Along
It
the whole
covers
coast?
the town, but if you stopped, like if you tried to stop, how should I say? It's wide enough that if you tried to stop on the north end, that you would be caught by the blockade because Anvil's right up against the Firewood.
Yeah, okay.
There's not really any room to maneuver.
So I guess we're just going to spend, you said it'd take a day or two to travel around it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll just walk around the whole thing. And like we want to get more or less to the north side of the Firewood, close to Anvil, maybe like an hour or two out. Or maybe not necessarily that close, but fairly close, within a day of traveling from it. And then we'll stop at one of the outlying villages.
I'll get what studying I can in, Neil, but maybe it's just enough to keep me refreshed rather than actually making any progress.
While we're here, don't mention that I'm a cleric. I think it's best that we keep our identities to ourselves for now.
Yep. I should probably lose the
Darth,
stuff as well.
I don't think we mentioned this, Darth, but last time we were in Anvil, we had some dealings with Carrick. He sent bloodhounds after us.
Yeah, make sure you don't mention our names.
Yes. That's why you see a more short-haired man in front of you today.
I was gonna ask. I thought ladies would be going gaga for that long hair, and here you are cutting it off like it's nothing.
Some of us must make great sacrifices, Darth.
Van's quite fussy anyway. He's yet to find a girl he likes more than his hair. I can't take all the credit for that one. That's from Game of Thrones.
I thought so. I could have
The
sworn.
very first episode.
About Jon Snow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Rob says it.
So that first day, you guys kind of walk along that border between the Firewood and the Ashlands without any problems. As the sun begins to set in the west, you guys settle down to make camp. Now that you've got Darth, what are you guys doing for your camp rotation?
I suggest that I just keep watch for the night, and I'll cast a nap on myself to sleep for 1 hour and then just stay up overnight.
Okay.
So I'll go and burn that nap, wake up and rememorize spells, and then I'll keep watch for the night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fantastic.
Yep. So we'll have like a small fire going, I guess. But I'll also have Malachi's staff like bagged and hooded, ready to be pulled out if I need more light.
I'm gonna switch out strength, levitate for strength.
Yeah, I'm swapping out some spells too. I burn both my water breathing and water walking, so if we do happen to fall into a sea at any point, I'll be ready for that.
What are you doing while you're keeping watch? Just hanging out?
Yeah, I guess I just go RoboCop mode and just keep an eye on the forest. I don't want anything coming out killing us.
Okay.
I don't really have much else to do.
Can you make me a wisdom check, please?
Yeah, let me grab my spells first.
Here we go, Darth. Gonna get poisoned and killed.
I wanna grab my spells before this happens, so I'm gonna grab Hold Poison and
So I've still got the spells from yesterday, Neil, right?
Yeah.
I haven't burnt levitate yet. Okay.
Nope.
I'm gonna take Tree. So we do have like a small campfire set up. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay. One other thing for pyrotechnics, if people had their eyes noted, like if I told people to close their eyes and then cast it, would the people who close their eyes be affected by it?
Ooh, good question.
It does say everybody in the radius, but if they like intentionally shielded themselves from the blast, knowing what was about to happen.
Is there a save?
I think so.
The save would represent shielding your eyes, so I'd say if you had forewarning, you'd probably get a bonus on your save, maybe.
Makes sense.
That sounds about good.
Okay.
Let me just double check.
Save is special. I'm checking.
Which takes so long to load.
Slow poison, cure moderate wounds. One more thing. I guess I could take another nap just in case we need it.
So I think if you just tell someone like Darth to cover his eyes as the spell is going off, I would give him a bonus to his save. But
Okay.
someone who's very familiar with the spell, like you or Malachi, who has seen it in action before and understands how it works, if you give them heads up, I think they can
Forego the save.
effectively negate the save, but there'll probably be some other penalties in combat, like maybe a
Like they
penalty
can't
of 1
see
to your
further
AC
around while they're
for-
shielding their eyes.
Yeah, it would have to
Yeah.
be something like you really, really block out the light, not just like closing your eyes.
Yeah, you have to like hold your hand over your face or something.
So I think that would probably give you give an attack of opportunity to anyone who's adjacent to you. I think is what
Okay.
we would rule for that.
That makes sense.
Quite cool. Yeah.
So someone like Malachi, who's not in the front line, would probably be not too impacted by this, unless that's unless Malachi was in the middle of casting a spell. So if your spell goes off before his spell, then it would interrupt his spell if he had to shield his eyes.
Okay. That's all good. Here are my spells, so I'm going to put them in chat. I'm going to have to change them up again before we go into town, but that's fine.
So you're watching the camp.
Yeah, and you want me to make a wisdom check?
I would love you to make a wisdom check.
Pass.
Doop-de-doop. Poison spiders.
Okay. So you're sitting here watching the camp when you hear this squeaky sound.
I unbag Malachi's staff and hold it up so that I get sunlight in a 60-foot radius.
I can't believe it's 60-foot radius. That's huge.
It's basically infravision.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It shines all over the ground, and you notice that Malachi's bag is being picked at by a giant rat, like 2 feet long, and it seems to be eating a hole in the bottom of his bag.
I wave the staff at the rat and hope to like scare it off with this blinding light that's just come out of the darkness.
It succeeds. The rat scurries, and as that rat scurries, like 3 other rats scurry from one from like underneath Malachi's bedroll, another from underneath your stuff, and another from over near Darf's bag, and they all just scatter into the woods. The damage to Malachi's bag is minimal at this point. You caught it early enough.
Thank you, Van.
Yep, I don't wake them up unless they got like woken up by the staff, but
That's all fine.
yeah. Do you have mending, Malachi?
I do.
Awesome.
Not memorized though.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
And why don't we go take our second break while you guys sleep away the night, and we'll come in on the 3rd day, which is probably the day you'll end up in Anvil, if all goes according to plan. So, see you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.
Bye.